It's another beautiful evening. The day is winding down. It's about 11 p.m. Looks like the clouds are slightly rolling in. It's supposed to be a little rainy the next few days, but it's been very warm and it's very crisp out right now, so I stepped outside to make this video. Thought about, a few things today. Go figure, right? Big surprise. Well, just a moment ago, I had this thought that occurred to me I wanted to share. How do I really put this? It was more, it was considering that to my wife earlier, I said, it was as a joke. I said, I hate sleep. It just gets in the way. I said, no, sleep is an inconvenience, but I have to do it. And I realized, that I've felt that way about sleep sometimes, and there have been times in my life when I feel like I just want to sleep. There have been times in my life when I was younger where I was depressed, and all I wanted to do was sleep. I didn't want to face any life. I didn't want to face anything because it was just, too painful, whatever the situation may be. I haven't had that in many, many years. And I haven't been depressed in many years. But point being that I find myself wanting to get up as early as possible to meet the day. I used to be a very late riser. Now I'm a very early riser. And sleep does get in the way of, if you really enjoy life, then sleep almost becomes like a darn it. I'm not only an early riser, I'm a night owl. I get most of my work done after 4 p.m. I can't work swing shift if I'm working a job. I hate swing shift, but for doing stuff at home, I get the second wind around 5 or 6, and I just, get a bunch of stuff done at night sometimes, and so I stay up pretty late. So I don't really sleep that much, maybe like 7 hours, maybe, 11 to 6, but sometimes I stay up later and sleep, maybe till 7, midnight to 7, whatever. But during that time, my body is regenerating. It's going through all of its phases. I'm having dreams, and it's processing what it needs to process, and I know that. Therefore, I know sleep is a necessity. But more importantly than that, it's a reawakening. It's like a rebirth into your own body again. I've pondered the philosophy of sleep for a long time, for many years. I was obsessed with lucid dreaming. I read The Art of Dreaming by Carlos Castaneda, and then I bought this book called The Lucid Dreaming, some handbook or something, can't even remember now, Creative Dreaming it was called, and taught myself how to lucid dream, and became almost obsessed with sleeping, because I could get into a world where I could fly and do what I wanted and control it, and it's pretty fun. But I realized over time that sleep is nothing more than, in other words, I stopped trying to control my dreams, and I stopped trying to remember my dreams. And I did this purposefully because I know how easy it is for me to remember my dreams with the dream journal. The important ones I still tend to remember, but I learned after keeping a dream journal for a year or so that most of them are really not worth keeping. It's not something necessary to write down. I guess other people may benefit from them, whatever, but I think that the mind processes them, and the reason why we forget dreams so quickly is because we're supposed to, if that makes sense. Just like we forget trauma, extreme experiences in our lives. We forget our dreams because we need to move on. People have used this as a metaphor for reincarnation as an example. That waking up in a new body is like waking up from a dream. You forget the dream of the last life. But there's so many different metaphors for this idea of sleep. And animals, most animals, almost every animal sleeps. And it's more than just your body healing or resting. In other words, nature could have programmed us to not need sleep if it wanted to. Nature has a way of doing these things. There's no way that we really necessarily need to sleep, although the only thing that I can imagine that sleep helps is to regenerate the psyche. It starts over again. It's another cycle within cycles. So each night right now, as it's winding down, and damn, it's getting cold. I'm starting to shiver out here. I gotta go, but I come out here and think about the night and my gratitude for being alive and existing, and all the things that make being human awesome, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, I guess. Life's like a dream itself, and resting at night allows you to, after you've pondered your day, a good day should be divided into 3 sections. They say, 8 hours of rest, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of research or education, or working towards bettering yourself, And at the end of the day, you should always ponder and reflect on your day and ask yourself, did I do the best I could? Was I as honest as I could be? Was I fair in my dealings? And if you can say that you were, then you move on to the next day and do better, do the same. And if you don't, then it's something to work on. Night, everybody. Take care.